Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and I'm wondering what your general purpose grease or lubricant is. A lot of people use WD-40 or water displacement 40 for about everything. There are all kinds of variations. I really like this dry lube with PTFE or polytetrafluoroethylene. Great for all kinds of projects. Doesn't leave the slime that the WD-40 does. But I'm a big fan of Super Lube in all its different variations. And Super Lube's a company that makes basically a silicone-based grease, and then all sorts of variations in order to meet the needs of many different jobs. In bike industry, it's great. Snap-on has sent me this stuff with ratchet rebuild kits. This one, as you notice, is a dielectric and vacuum grease. This is a O-ring grease. Here's kind of the standard stuff. It also comes in smaller tubes like this. Somebody had mentioned in a previous video in the comments that I was using the word silicone instead of, or I use silicon instead of silicone. This is actually silicon. Silicon is a naturally occurring element. This is a bottom end of a silicon crystal that was used in the computer industry. In basically the high-tech world, you end up making giant crystals and then you section them and then you can etch them and ta-da, computer chips. But anyway, I really like the Super Lube stuff from little tiny, almost oil-like with applicator tip versions there. Small tubes, portable for on the road. The specific stuff, and they have a handful of these, and they run between 10 and 20 bucks. It depends on probably how much they actually sell of that particular version. But they do a whole bunch of different kind of individual chemistries with these things. If you notice in the O-ring grease, it's dielectric, food grade, and clean. Again, don't put it on your hot dogs, but it does have the NSF rating, whereas here's the dielectric and vacuum. This would be something that you might find in the food industry, but otherwise it's a solid performer if you just want to lube something up, get some extra life. Another one that I really like is Fillwood waterproof grease, and this is a really thick grease. I use it to hold bearings in. A lot of the bike industry, Fillwood was like a classic. This is an old one I've had forever. You can buy this by the bucket if you need it. But I thought I'd show you a few of these, and what I'm going to use is this wonderful Milwaukee glove that my dog upgraded to a single finger glove. But anyway, this Fillwood grease comes out like that, really thick. And this actually, when you're smearing it around, it's got a lot of viscosity. It's great for holding bearings into a race if you are fighting against gravity. Here is the this is the dielectric and vacuum grease. Now, a lot of the Super Lubes look very much the same. The viscosity can change. But anyway, that's what that looks like. It's pretty sticky. You can see that, which is good. Here's the O-ring grease. Again, very similar, a little more liquidy. You can see it's kind of got some transparency there. It's not quite as sticky as this stuff. So they've toned down that aspect of it. Here's the standard Super Lube. And you can turn this to liquid if it gets hot. In fact, you can see how that just came out. There was a little bubble of liquidy stuff on top. But this is really smooth and slippery there. Same here, that's the same stuff, and then this one, which you can get at hardware stores, etc. I have these little Super Lube tubes all over the place, but you can see that I can just make a nice application. And this is very much like you're just smearing oil or something onto it. But anyway, I'm curious what your favorites are. I really like the Super Lube products. They're USA made. I think they have just really dialed in the silicone versions of the different lubricants, and the Fillwood. Other than that, I've got a few specialty ones, but these are my general purpose ones for most of the stuff that I do. So what do you use? Let me know in the comments, or if you've had experience with some of the other Super Lube products that you want to suggest to me, let me know. And with that, Doc out.